Welcome to my channel French Pulse. Let's enjoy learning French. Today we're going to learn les prépositions devant le nom de ville et de pays. In English we just say going to or coming from a city or a country. But in French that to or coming from changes. So depending on whether it's a city, whether it's a masculine country or whether it's a feminine country. So first of all, we're going to learn when to use a, au, en. This means this is used to express going to maybe a city or a country or being in that place. First of all countries that end in E are feminine countries except these four countries: Mexico, Mozambique, Zaire and Zimbabwe. So, although they end in E, they are not feminine countries. So, let's look at what to use for feminine countries when we want to express going to or being in these countries. When we want to express going to or being in a feminine country, we have to use en. So, je vais en Belgique. This is a feminine country because it ends in E. So, I'm using je vais en Belgique. Je vais en Inde. This is also a feminine country. It ends in E. So, je vais en Inde. So, going to feminine countries, we need to use en. When we want to express going to a city, we need to use a. For example, je vais à Paris. So, Paris is a city, so je vais à Paris. Je vais à Delhi. Delhi is a city, so we use à. Now, let's look at the rules for masculine countries. Let's look at what to use in front of masculine countries. So, how do we know it's a masculine country? First of all feminine countries we said end in E except four countries we said that although they end in E, they are not considered as feminine countries. So here we see all the other countries which don't end in E are masculine countries. So to express going to or being in a masculine country, we use au. So je vais au Nigeria. This is what we use au. But if the masculine country begins with a vowel like Oman, Iran, then what do we use? We need to use en because of clash of vowel. So we use je vais en Oman, je vais en Iran. And for plural countries, masculine plural countries, we use aux. Je vais aux États-Unis and je vais aux Pays-Bas. That is Netherlands, Pays-Bas, and États-Unis is United States of America. So here we have learned how to use going, how to express going to masculine countries. Now let's learn how to express coming from cities, feminine countries and masculine countries. To express coming from or belonging to a place, we use either du, the apostrophe. Now let's see when to use these. Now for feminine countries, we use DE. That means coming from a feminine country, we use DE. Je viens de Belgique. This is a feminine country, it ends in E, so we use DE. But we use D apostrophe for feminine and masculine countries beginning with a vowel. Let's take an example of a feminine country. Je viens d'Inde. Here we used D apostrophe because and is a feminine country but begins with a vowel. Whereas je viens d'Oman, also Oman is a masculine country but it begins with a vowel, so we need to use D apostrophe. Now let's see some more examples of coming from and belonging to a place. For masculine countries, we use du, that is, je viens du Nigeria. So du for masculine countries. How do I know it's a masculine country? It doesn't end in E. Now, for plural countries, we use they. For example, je viens des Pays-Bas. So we use they. That means we want to express coming from or belonging to that place. And for cities, we use DE. So, je viens de Delhi. Now, let's learn some verbs which give us an indication whether to use a or the. The following verbs are followed by a. Voyager à, travailler à, habiter à, vivre à, aller à. So these give us an indication as to express going to a place. And coming from, the verbs that express are venir de, revenir de, retourner de, rentrer de, être de, to belong to that place. Now let's look at some examples to understand les prépositions devant le vie et le pays. Let's do some exercises to understand how to use les prépositions devant les noms de pays et de ville. Nous allons - Japon. Now remember the verb is aller, so it gives me an indication that we're going to. And Japon is a masculine country. How do I know that? It doesn't end in E. So I have to write au Japon. Now let's look at the next example. Nous voyageons - and. And it's a feminine country because it ends in E. So on. And I've got the verb voyager. Nous habitons - Antilles. This is a plural country, so we need to use AUX. So nous habitons aux Antilles. Il vit - Delhi. This is a city, so we need to use a. So here we have seen how to use, or rather where to use a, o, en and AUX, as well as we have seen the verbs aller, a, voyager, a, habiter, a, and vivre, a. Now let's look at coming back from or belonging to that place. Il vient de Delhi. Now Delhi, I've taken the same examples. Delhi is a city, so coming from a city, de. Venir de. Nous rentrons des Antilles. Antilles is a plural country, therefore DES, rentrer de. Nous revenons d'Inde. And is a feminine country. It begins with a vowel, so we've used D apostrophe. So, nous revenons d'Inde. Nous sommes du Japon. Japon is a masculine country, and so we use du, and we belong to that place. So, this is how we use les prépositions devant le nom de pays et les villes. I hope you have understood les prépositions. Click the link in the description box to do more exercises on the same. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Au revoir et à bientôt.